Hello my friends, and welcome to another exciting adventure into God's limitless outdoors. This week we're loading the horses up and we're headed south in search of mule deer and elk in the backcountry. Adam and I have tags on this hunt and we're getting geared up and ready to go on about a 5-day hunt. This hunt takes place in early November, which is just an amazing time of year for me, and we're going into country that we've never hunted before, so we're getting to explore some absolutely new area and enjoying the whole process.
Well, we are headed in. We're gonna put our base camp in about 6 miles. And me and Adam are gonna hunt the next 5 days real hard and solid. Never hunted this country before, so not really sure what to expect or anticipate. But it's new, and new is my favorite kind of country because you get to learn it. And it's not the same old, mundane, monotonous thing that you've figured out. And so it presents a little bit of a challenge and makes you use your skills and rely on a little bit of wisdom and knowledge you have from the past, and just build, and you expand your territory and enjoy seeing a new aspect of what God has created. And I think that's what's the coolest thing. You know, we're gonna spend eternity getting to know God better, getting to experience him in his fullness, and in his presence, his fullness of joy. And we're gonna be in his presence. That's what heaven's all about, is being with God the way he intended it to be originally. So yeah, we're gonna watch this ground just unfold to us and see just a little bit more of God's creativity on this trip and enjoy it. And with any favor from the Lord, we're gonna put some meat in the freezer, and with some extreme favor, we're gonna get some really nice animals that we'll cherish for a long time. So hope you guys enjoy this hunt as much as we enjoy making it.
Well, Justin and I just came in this morning, set up camp. It's well, it's 1:30 now. But we're gonna go on an evening hunt up here. Get up on this ridge where we can look back in a big basin. See if we can't find some deer. Or elk, doesn't matter. We got 2 deer tags and Justin has a bull tag, so we got a few days to get this done. Looks really promising, looks good. So we're gonna pound up this hill.
We're working our way up here. And you know you're in good country when you look down and you can just see trails cutting through all this. The problem is, this year it's been pretty darn warm compared to usual. And so we haven't had any snow or anything. Animals are gonna be really spread out. We're hoping this next couple of days is supposed to get really cold and get some snow. But there's a lot of sign in here. We've been seeing a lot of tracks. So Adam's being led by the spirit up the mountain here. And I think we're gonna get on something before dark.
As we worked our way up this ridge the first night, we started getting into a lot of animals. An agreement that Adam and I made before we went on this hunt was that he was going to be first shooter on mule deer, but if we saw an elk, we were going to transition and put that as a priority over anything else. And wouldn't you know it, we got up to the top and we heard an elk bugle.
We've climbed a few thousand feet here, and the fog is kind of coming and going like this, but there's a bull bugling, like what you say right there. Right there. He's bugling. this fog lifts, I'm gonna probably kill one. Here in a second. Golly. He doesn't sound bad either.
No. No, it sounds like a good bull. Lord, please lift the fog. Oh, yeah. Look how much mountain there is still.
If I can see like this, I can kill him a couple hundred yards. What we need now is just good instincts. He's not in a great spot. We got everything against us, really. Except I got a gun, and he doesn't. That plane is gonna fly right into the side of him and stick him out. Sounds like it. That's sketchy, dude. Our fog is just back and forth. But right now, we can see where he was. He was right out here on this open face. If it wouldn't have been foggy, we would have had him. But it goes back into another basin, so we're just gonna stay high and work out onto that grass slope. Our wind is kind of coming over the ridge and down like this. So if this fog stays like this, we can kill this bull.
You're right.
Probably within a couple hundred yards of the sun. We got this ridge right ahead of us. He was on this ridge and kind of bugling back and forth on it. I think he's just in this next basin feeding. Heart is just thumping. Some real cardio here.
Some steep stuff.
It's just really steep, just picking your way through these rocks. It's real hunting. We knew we could shoot him across the canyon, but we wanted to get closer. So that's what we're gonna do.
Let's get him spotted. And then...
He was out here.
Yeah. See, we kept hearing him bugle, and he would go into a draw, and he'd come out onto a finger ridge, and he'd bugle, and he'd go into a draw. Okay. That's not him bugling, though.
No.
It's Raghorn. Okay.
460.
Okay. It's a big bull. He's down there towards the draw. I feel like he's gonna pop up that ridge anytime. Any second.
He's up there already, dude.
Are you sure?
I think so.
We were totally covered up in animals here. We had a bull up to our left. We ran into this mule deer head on. And then we had all the elk over in the timber and down in that draw. And we could hear this bull bugling. So we were trying to work our way in without being spotted. And it was one of the most difficult things that I've done in a while hunting. Trying to figure out a way to get in close to these animals.
Hey, get that tree. Okay. Do you see a bull yet?
No. Get to the...
Is that him?
Yeah, I think so. That's a bull.
387.
That ain't him. That's Raghorn.
384.
Oh, there's elk.
There's elk walking too.
I just want to remind you as we keep going into this that we are in November now. And I have never heard vocals like this from elk this late in the year in Idaho. This is absolutely out of control, and it just keeps going.
Oh my god.
Oh, I think I see him.
Well, be careful because there's a Raghorn in there too. Dude, are you kidding me?
One of the biggest frustrations we were having, our biggest hindrance between us and this elk right now, is the fog keeps coming in and going away, and we cannot see anything. But we keep trying to get closer every time the fog comes in, so that hopefully we can turn this bull up.
He sounds like he's right over here.
No. He's up to the left.
Did you say bush?
Yeah.
What was it?
I can't tell.
We've got a lot of things working against us right now, but the biggest thing is that we only have about 20 minutes before it gets dark, and there are elk spread out everywhere, so we are pinned down right now, and we can't move. Our only hope is that this bull steps out into the open before it gets dark.
Yeah, it's got small. It's crazy little 5-pointers. That's hard. You can literally hear him walking over there.
Yeah. There's about 10% hope left. But it's going away real quick. He's 200 yards. He's 200 yards.
Just screaming his head off.
I can't see him.
Yeah, look at that.
He's hanging out in the open.
Probably will right now.
These two bulls poked out of the draw at about 40 yards, and we thought the whole herd was starting to come. We were hoping against hope that the big bull would follow suit.
Hold on. It's a bull. No, don't shoot.
That's not a good bull.
It's a spike.
Yeah.
Here they come filing out, dude. Here, another bull. It's a raghorn.
We were completely pinned down with these other two bulls standing right above us about 25 yards and the big bull screaming in the draw. We were completely at the mercy of what these elk were going to do.
He's right here. He's in the water.
He's right
In the end here, the darkness got the better of us, but we got to enjoy one of the coolest experiences I've ever had hunting. Getting to hear those vocals at close range and being covered up in elk. We decided to make our way back to camp, which was a feat in and of itself. This blizzard just came out of nowhere, and it was absolutely crippling trying to make our way down through the cliffs.
What do you think, Adam?
Well, you just said this is fun.
That looks good out.
The next morning, we got up and started making our way back up the mountain. It was still snowing, but there were animals absolutely everywhere. It was shaping up to be an amazing deer day.
He's pretty narrow. Thin, actually.
He could be heavy. I can't tell. That's cool footage.
It's a doe. She's looking up the hill. There's some more deer in there. She's acting all weird.
Oh, there's another one up to the left. I see more deer up to the left.
I think it's a buck.
It looks like a buck.
Yep.
Well, we've climbed a long ways, and it's beautiful out. The fog's just clearing. We're in a pretty good hunt.
Oh, right there. There's a doe. Right here.
Oh, there's a couple. It honestly doesn't get too much better than days like this, but the thing is it's easy to start just living for days like this. And the problem is that every day comes to an end, and every life comes to an end, and just as sure as you were born, you're gonna die. And every one of us trusts in something. King David, he said this in Psalm 20. He said, "Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God. They have bowed down and fallen, but we rise and stand upright." And there's just this reality that we all trust in something. But here's what experience has taught us, is that everything in this world will fail us. People will fail us, money will fail us, experiences will fail us. They'll fail to live up to our expectations. They'll fail to deliver as much joy, as long-lasting joy as we want them to. But David says this in Psalm 16:11. He says, in God's presence is fullness of joy. And that's what we're all after. And here's the reality, is he says, some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God. They have bowed down and fallen, but we rise and stand upright. One thing I've seen as a pastor for years is I've sat by a lot of people's deathbeds as they're going to be with the Lord, or maybe not going to be with the Lord, going to be with the devil in hell. And I watch as these people who have trusted in something else besides the Lord their whole life, they come to the end of their life and all those things are failing them. The money doesn't matter anymore. The experiences don't matter anymore. The possessions don't matter anymore. The position and the job and the power, they don't matter anymore. They've all fallen. They've all failed them. And they've trusted in them their whole life. They've trusted in them for satisfaction, and they've just not even given any thought to the Lord. They haven't remembered the Lord. They've been so focused on everything else, they haven't remembered the Lord. And at the end of their life, they're freaking out. They're in despair. They know that they're out of options, and there's nothing they can do. And the thing that they have to face, they have to go and stand before Jesus, and it's inevitable, and they don't know what they're going to do. But then I watch people who have remembered the name of the Lord. They haven't trusted in other things. They've enjoyed other things. They've enjoyed beautiful days like this, but they haven't lived for Him. They've lived for the Lord. And those people, on their last days, man, they're the people that are full of hope. They're excited. They can't wait. Because as Paul says in Philippians, he says to be absent, or in 2 Corinthians, he says to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And in Philippians, he says, for me, to live is Christ and to die is gain. So I just want to give you an opportunity right now. Look, if you're living for this life will end. But when we live our life with Jesus and for Jesus, trusting in Jesus, that's the eternal life. And Jesus said, I came to give life and to give it abundantly. Look, you can enjoy the chariots, you can enjoy the horses, just don't trust in them. Put your faith in Jesus Christ. Look, if you want to know more about walking with Jesus and what it means to walk with Jesus and how to walk with Jesus,
we have a free discipleship resource that I wrote. I call it The First Mile, and we want to send one to you. Go over to our website, www.limitlesshunting.com, and you can get one shipped to you for free, and you can learn everything you need to know about Jesus. So we're going to get back to this beautiful day, and we're going to enjoy it, but we're going to enjoy it because the Lord our God has made this day, and he tells us to rejoice and be glad in it. And what's so exciting about today is that the best day you can imagine on earth will pale in comparison to being with the Lord in heaven. Let's go see if we can't find another deer.
Oh, there he is right there.
Oh, there he is. He looks pretty good. He's coming right at us.
Not very big.
No. Oh, man, it's pretty. You sure you don't want it?
Yeah, way too small. The one we saw at the bottom was bigger than that.
Yeah, way bigger.
After about 3,500 feet of hard climbing, we finally got into a spot that had some serious deer activity, and a lot of bucks were working it, looking for does. I decided to hand the rifle over to Adam and see what we could churn up as we worked this ground looking for the buck that he was after.
I'm glad I got that on video.
As we worked through this country, we kept running into deer after deer. We had a really good buck get away from us, but it didn't take long before we were walking along and Adam spotted this great buck bedded down about 200 yards away, and we decided to set up and see if we could make a good clean shot.
Whenever you're ready.
Got him. Get another round in.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Nicely done. He's done.
Dude,
That's a good buck.
if that isn't the same one, it's a dang good buck.
Yeah, I think it might be the same one, dude.
I think it might be. Thank you, Lord. Oh my gosh. Dude,
How cool is that?
dude. Dude,
Let's go check him out.
that is insane.
That's a good buck, dude.
That's a really good buck, I think. It could be the same deer.
I think it is.
That's a beautiful deer. Just really, really nice.
I just want to take a second and thank you all for watching this hunt, and I truly hope that you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed putting it together. Make sure to catch part 2 of this hunt when I catch up with a great buck in the middle of a blizzard and make it all happen on the last day. Until next time, my friends, I just hope that you remember it doesn't matter what you've done, it matters what you do now. Make the most out of the day that the Lord has given you. God bless you all, and I hope you have a wonderful day.